So which branch of the military uses AR-15s?
I didn't say that the branch of the military used AR-15s. I said they were weapons of war.
Okay. What war did we use them in?
Again, they're just weapons of war.
Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC, P.A.N. Firearms for NRA certification and multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. But let's talk about this. As you saw from the little intro there, what you saw there is the Liberty Hangout. They have this person named Kaitlin Bennett, who does a really good job. She does a lot of on the street interviews with just everyday people. And I saw this video and I had to comment on this video. And like I said, the Liberty Hangout, I'll put the link in the description box. You should definitely go check them out. They got really good stuff going on there. But this video definitely brought me to the place where I had to talk about it. So she's interviewing this person and she's talking about Kamala Harris and well, wow. Then it kind of goes off the rails a little bit. So let's go ahead and watch that.
Have you guys been following the Democrats with the Democratic debate? Mm-hmm. Kamala Harris?
I think she's got a bright future.
Okay.
I'd like to have her, realistically, I'd like to see some real concrete answers out of her.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything concrete, but I think she has a bright future.
So
I wonder if he still thinks that way today.
something that is concrete is that she would like to ban AR-15s with the use of an executive action if Congress didn't pass any type of gun control to do so within the first 100 days of her taking office. Is that something you would support?
Yeah, absolutely, I'd support that.
Why?
Because those are weapons of war, and unless we're trying to overthrow our government, we don't need them.
So which branch of the military uses AR-15s?
I didn't say that the branch of the military used AR-15s. I said they were weapons of war.
Okay. What war did we use them in?
Again, they're just weapons of war.
Okay. AR-15s have never been used in any conflict. And, boy, it's hard to, she did a great job keeping her composure because that is just the most circular answer I've ever heard in a long time. What branch of the military uses these weapons? I didn't say the branch of the military uses them. Well, what war did we use them in? We've never used them in any war, but they're still weapons of war. Oh boy. All right.
What is a weapon of war? What do you put in that category? How do you name that category?
Well, any kind of weapon that you can use that you don't need to specifically, realistically reload every 6 rounds. Something that you can do mass destruction with. That honestly, like an AR-15, where you can do mass damage in schools and mass damage to people in any other kind of war.
Okay, so once again, 2 idiots got together and built a bomb with ammonium nitrate, which is fertilizer, and diesel fuel. Killed 168 people. Should we now, based on his logic, should we now be banning those items from civilian use? 9/11, for all technicalities, happened because of box cutters on airplanes. Do we ban box cutters? No.
Can you not do that with, let's say, a handgun, a Glock, a 1911?
You can do any kind of damage with 6 rounds. That's why you only need 6 rounds. Why do you need?
So we only need 6 rounds.
I didn't say we only needed 6 rounds. That's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth.
He just literally said that. You just heard him say it. Do you see this guy? And this is mind-boggling. Mind-boggling.
Well, that's why I was asking. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. That's why I clarified with you. I'm not saying this guy said this. I'm clarifying, so we're not fake news here.
I didn't say that.
Do you think that there should be only 6 rounds, or what's the limit for you?
I didn't say anything about a limit. All I'm saying is that, yeah, specifically, because we don't necessarily need anything more than 6 rounds for personal use. If you want to go hunting, go hunting.
Okay.
But for weapons of war, like an AR-15 or anything bigger than that, Specifically speaking, I don't think you need anything like that for sport.
Okay, what about self-defense?
I mean, don't you think one would do it?
One round?
Bullet? Yeah, don't you think one round would do it?
Here's an idiot who has totally embraced the Hollywood gun culture. He sees the movies. This is exactly where this is coming from. He believes what he sees in the movies. Person gets shot once and they're out.
For self-defense?
Yeah.
You better be a good shot.
Well, okay.
You better be a damn good shot for only one bullet in a gun.
I mean, is more than one person going to rob your house?
Absolutely, that tends to happen, yeah. Getting mugged by gangs even, walking around downtown Cleveland. It's not a very safe area. I would want several rounds in my firearm. So
you think more than one person is going to mug you at any given time?
I think that is a possibility, yes.
Well, so is lightning striking right now, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Okay, but we should be prepared. I mean, do you have a fire extinguisher in your home?
Of course.
The likelihood of you causing a fire is very low, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
Okay, but why would you have that? You know, it's not likely that you're going to catch your... Do you know how to use an oven?
Equating trying to put out a fire in my house to somebody breaking in my house and me shooting them is not the same. That's getting too
I think the policy, the premise is the same, is that you don't want more than one round in a bullet in a firearm because you don't think the likelihood of more than one person robbing me is, you know, it's not there. You only need one. So what happens when I shoot someone that's trying to me and it misses, and I only had that one chance to prevent myself from being or killed by somebody that is stronger than me, is bigger than me, he's about to hurt me. I only have one round. What if I miss? Am I just out of luck?
That's you're adding 2 + 2 and getting potato.
Okay, 2 + 2 and getting potato. This guy is adding 2 + 2 and getting 5. Okay, which is even worse.
Two completely separate issues. Banning AR-15s,
Okay.
although not necessarily the right answer,
Okay.
it's the idea that we don't necessarily need access for everybody to have those things.
Well, we don't have that currently. Not everybody has access to that by the federal government, by state governments. Black market, yes, because gun control has shown not to work. So people do have access to that shouldn't. Do you think it's okay to ban someone else's property with the use of an executive action by the force of the government? Because when they ban that, who's going to come to your door and make sure you don't have those? Government officials, police with guns. Guns that we aren't allowed to have as civilians. How do we give that force and that power to the government to come and do that to us as private citizens? How is that okay? How do you stand for that?
Nobody's specifically saying that anybody's going to come to your house and take guns. That's not what we're after.
That's a lie. You notice, that's not what we're after. Hear his words. That's not what we're after. He's full on CNN, wokey, woke. That's where he's coming from. And as you can see from his girlfriend, she's just got her head down. She's just death quiet through this whole thing. Usually these hyperactive woke people like to get involved, and they like to get loud, and they like to get, edgy with you. She's just dead silent, because I don't know. If I was her, I'd be embarrassed. This dude is making a fool of himself.
What we're asking for is safe ownership by professionals or by people who are trained and know how to use these. People that know how to lock them up. Banning them specifically to people like myself, who I have no professional training with firearms.
And that is the only thing he has said thus far that I agree with. This person should not own a firearm. Okay? He is soft to start there. He should not own a gun. On many levels, I could spend the next hour talking about why he shouldn't be anywhere near a firearm.
I
should not be allowed to own that kind of weapon of war because I don't know how to use it.
You keep saying weapon of war. What standard and what characteristics of a firearm has to be there to be a weapon of war?
Again, weapons that can be used to cause significant amounts of damage in very short amount of time.
So cars.
Again, 2 + 2 is...
Okay, I have to stop it there. Notice how he said that. Weapons that can cause significant damage in a short amount of time. Just remember, when they do these so-called assault weapons ban, there are weapons that are not included in it. Ruger Mini 14. the SKS. The SKS is a weapon of war. The Chinese army still uses it. The Russians have used it. It's been on the battlefield. The M1 Garand, the weapon that P.A.N wrote a letter saying was the greatest battlefield implement ever invented, is not banned. There are plenty of weapons. And you just think about that for a minute. A 30-06 M1 Garand compared to a 2235.56 AR-15. Which one's going to cause much more damage? This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. That's the sad part. And there are plenty of people out there just like him.
It's not potato.
Cars kill more people than firearms every year. Are they weapons of war?
I'm
pretty sure people of a certain religion like to run people over with cars.
Listen, you're generalizing people, and that's absolutely incorrect.
You're generalizing gun owners, I would say.
No, I said...
And there it is. You're generalizing gun owners. And then he goes, he was about to say it. No, I'm not. Yeah, you are.
Responsible gun ownership. I said specifically that I shouldn't have. I'm not generalizing anything. You're just sitting here generalizing people and trying to put words in my mouth.
Okay.
Because you think I'm going to answer a certain way. I'm not answering that.
No, you did. And I think we got really good content. So thank you so much. Check us out at libertyhangout.org or infowars.com, where Alex Jones does have a show every single day except for Saturdays. So he's not God. He's not completely banned. He's still there giving the truth against people who support gun control, against the globalists in this country, wanting to take everything over, wanting to strip our freedom away, strip our guns, strip our free speech. Do you guys support free speech?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, you saw that. Oh, boy. Okay. That guy just contradicted himself over and over and over again. The fact that he calls them weapons of war is asked plainly, well, what battlefield had they been used on, or what war had they been used in? He just goes right through with it and says none, because they've never been used on the battlefield. Yet weapons that have been used on the battlefield are not banned, and people like this says, well, that one's okay. Like I said, the guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just regurgitating talking points from the usual crowd of anti-gun talking heads on the usual liberal mainstream platforms. That's all he's doing. And in the smugness that he portrays, like he should have a big S for smug, as he stands there like, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And it's frightening. It's frightening. He wants to ban weapons of war because they cause more destruction, when it is a fact that handguns kill more people in America every year. And that's unfortunate. Any death by any method is unfortunate. But for him to sit there and say that he's on that woke dream trip that somehow banning AR-15s is going to prevent these events of mass shooting, and it won't. And they know it won't, because it's not about that. It's not about the safety of the public. I give you a prime example. The Greenwood Park Mall. A civilian stopped that. You notice they don't talk about that event. They're not talking about that event. They're talking about Uvalde, Buffalo. That always comes up. Sandy Hook. They'll go all the way back to Sandy Hook. But they will not talk about the Greenwood Park Mall incident. They won't talk about it. It's not about anybody's safety. It's about agenda. Big ups to Kaitlin Bennett. Like I said, I've seen a lot of her videos. She does a really good job, and she has great composure. Because, boy, that guy is just not even with it. He's just regurgitating talking points, like I said. And I give her credit. I give her a lot of credit. And like I said, I'll leave the link in the description box. You can watch it without me talking. But mind-blowing. But unfortunately, there are people like this out there. And, I keep going back to the old adage. These people are clueless. Because the Second Amendment was written to keep us free. To keep the government from getting the upper hand. That was the whole point. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comments section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.